Hello everyone, welcome to BI Consulting Pro. This is episode 8 of our series Ep08 tutorials. In this episode, we are going to talk about works with Power BI visuals. As we know that Power BI visuals are the base of any reporting in Power BI. In this today's session, we are going to discuss about how to add visualization items to your report, choose an effective visualization, how to do formatting and configuration of the visuals, also how we can import custom visuals from the Microsoft Visuals library. At last, we are going to discuss about how we can add or take advantage of R and Python language and create the visuals from there. So enough all the talking, let's get started. Add visualization items to your report. So first of all, we will see how we can add different kinds of visualizations to our report. You will see over here, this is my Power BI desktop application. On my right hand side, you will see this visualization pane where you will see a lot of visualizations are available over here. You will see over here, this is the stack chart, then there's a line chart, area chart, we have pie chart, donut chart, table, matrix, and then we have some cards. We also have a KPI visualization, then we have slicers, then Python and R, etc. So these are the visualizations which are available in Power BI. Plus we have custom visualizations as well that we can import into our Power BI desktop application and we can utilize them. We will see it later. Over here, as I discussed just a couple of minutes before, in the visualization pane, you will find the different visuals over here. The types of visuals that are available includes charts, maps, cards, and a table, a matrix, and many more. Now what we are gonna do, first of all, I'm gonna show you how you can add any visualization to your report. But before going to that, we are gonna use a sample dataset from the Microsoft Power BI team. Over here, you can just click try a sample dataset. Once you will click on this, it's gonna pop up this window where you can click on load sample data. And after that, you just need to load your data. You don't need to edit or do any modification right now. So we are going to over here select this financial data and I'm just gonna click load data. We are not doing any kinds of transformation, modification, etc. We are simply loading this financial sample data. So now you can see on my right hand side, you will see over here in the fields tab, there are the different columns are populating for this financial data. And next to this, I have my visualization pane. Now suppose I want to see my sales as per different countries. So how can I see? For that, the best practice is just to create a bar chart or a column chart. I'll click on this one. As soon as you will click, then you will see there's a blank visualization is appearing over here. Now let me just expand this. Once I'll expand over here, you will see under the same visualization pane, at the bottom there's an axis, then we have legend, values, small multiples, tooltips, and a couple of other options too. So the very first, as we want to see how my sales has been distributed throughout the different countries. So for that, on my axis, I need my dimension, or over here we need the countries. So just drag and drop over here. And now as a value or as a fact or as a measure, I want to see how my different countries are performing in terms of sales. So I'll just drag my sales column from my fields pane to my values and just drop it over here. That's it. That's you need to do. And now you can see your title has been automatically populated. And then on the axis we have different countries name. On my y-axis I have my sales amount. Now whenever you are working on the visuals, it's very important to choose an effective visualization. If you are not gonna choose an effective visualization, it's gonna be very bad for your report. So we will see over here in this section how we can choose the different visualizations for our report. The table is a grid that contains related data in a logical series of rows and columns. The table sports two dimensions and the data is flat, which means that duplicate values are displayed and not aggregated. It can also contain headers and rows of the table. The matrix visualization looks similar to the table visualization. However, it allows you to select one or more element like rows, columns, values in the matrix to cross-highlight other visuals on the report. So let me just quickly show you how to create a table and a matrix. Suppose I want to have a look at my sales numbers as per date, plus I want to see them for the different countries. For that, first you can do one thing. You can come over here, you can select the table, and in the table you can see in my visualization pane there are the values, so you can just drag and drop. Over here I drag the country names. In front of country names I can drop my over here sales, then COGS, and any other information that you would like to, like for example discount as well. So that is my table. In the table you can see I have my country column, then I have sales column and the total. What if I want a matrix? As I explained you earlier, the matrix visualization looks similar to the table visualization. However, it allows you to select one or more elements like rows, columns or values. So what I can do, I'll just create another visualization matrix. Select over here on visualization pane, it would appear. You can drag and drop it anywhere you would like to, wherever you want to position it. And in my rows I want my country again. In my values I want to see definitely my sales, but how I would like to sales, I want to see by year. So in the columns I can put my year. Now you can see this is my matrix where my country is there. PowerBI Desktop has a variety of bar and column chart visualization that presents data-specific data across different categories in a stacked or column format. The stacked format will stack the information items on top of each other. These are my two different visualization, and for example I have my over here the countries. So let me put in the axis field countries, and then again I'm gonna use one more, the product name, and let's say sales in the values field. And same I'm gonna do over here. Just you need to drag and drop, find your axis, that means your dimension according to which you want to see your sales, put it over here, and then let's bring my product as well over here. I'm sorry, you have to put product in the legend field for both. So let me put my product in the legend field. I remove from here, and let me put my product in the legend field here too. So now you can clearly see the difference between these two charts, that in a stacked one you will see stack one over another, while in the clustered side by side. So whenever there's a categories in your data, like by dimension you want to see some of the values, then these are gonna be very helpful for you. Similarly, if we talk about the line chart, so we have line charts and area charts too. The very first over here, this is my line chart. Let me bring it over here, and then we have a area chart. I'm gonna take again the same example over here. This time I'm gonna take first my country as my axis, and I'm gonna take my discount as the values in the primary axis, and also my sales in the secondary axis. So now you can see how my sales and my discount are varying by countries, and this was the area chart where you will see this shaded area. However, if you just want to view the line only, or you want to visualize the line only, then you can use the line chart. For that, let's bring the country on the axis, and then gross sales in the values field, and then discount in the secondary axis. So that's what you can do, and you can see how the trend is varying by the different countries. So these were the line chart and the area chart. Next we are going to discuss about the pie chart, donut chart and tree map chart. The pie chart, donut chart and tree map visualization shows you the relationship of parts to the whole by dividing the data into segments. For example, you want to see your sales by different countries, how it's been divided. So the very simple, first you have to select your country as your legend, because this is gonna tell you how you are dividing your sales by your segments. Over here our segment is country and sales is our value. That's all you need to do, and you will see your information is populating over here. You can even copy and paste your chart. So you will go on your home tab, there is a copy button, copy, and then you can paste it and drag it side by side. And now once you have created, you have flexibility to change it. I'll just first select your chart or the visualization, and then you just click on any other visualization you want to. This has been now converted into donut one, and this time I'm gonna convert this into my tree map. So that's how you can see how your one particular fact or measure has been divided by the dimension or by different countries over here. The combo chart visualization is a combination of a column chart and a line chart that can have one or two y-axes. The combination of the two charts into one lets you compare multiple measures with different value ranges, illustrate the correlation between two measures in one visual, identify whether one measure meets the target that is defined by another measure. Also, conserve space on your report page. For this, what we are going to do, we are going to take this line and clustered column chart. We are going to select, our visualization is over here. Let's just drag and make it a bigger one. Now on my shared axis, I want my countries. So drag and drop over here. Column values, I want my sales. And you will see there's a line values as well. So on my line values, what I want is my discount. That's it. And now you can see how by countries your discount is varying and what is the sales in different countries. Now let's say card visualization. The card visualization displays a single value, a single data point. This type of visualization is ideal for visualizing important statistics that you want to track on your PowerBI dashboard or a report, such as total value, YTD sales, or year-over-year change, etc. In this report, suppose we have this chart right now. Let me put it in the corner, and this is my card where I can have a single value. That means if I want to see my total sales, so I just need to drag and drop in the field pane and it would automatically give you your total sales. Now I want multiple values. We have multi-value card as well. Over here you will see multi-row card, and in this one we can drag and drop multiple values. For example, let's say sales again, then COGS, then what is my discount, total discount that I have made till now, plus I want to see my total number of products as well. So this is your multi-row card. If you want to rename any of these one, you can come over here and you can see, for example, count of product, I want to say number of products. You can do that. So that's pretty easy. The funnel visualization displays a linear process that has sequentially connected stages, where items flow sequentially from one stage to the next. Now we don't have different stages over here, but we have different countries over here in my financial table under the financial fields. So this is my funnel chart. I'll click on this and this is coming over here. Now you have group and the values. So in the group I'm just putting countries, and in my values field I'm getting COGS. So now you will see you have nice funnel chart which is coming top to down. Basically for different kinds of stages, if you have that time, it make much more sense, but over here I have limited data, so I'm just using this. So a radial gauge chart has a circular arc and displays a single value that measures progress towards a goal or a target. Whenever we need to see any value, for example my sales, and I want to see it against my targets, so in that case I can use it. Right now I don't have any target, so let me just create a target in a new measure. Once my target is this, I can just drag and drop in the target, and you will see my target is 20 million. Sorry, I need to make it 200 million, and now you see. So in this case we can use this gauge. Also you can define your maximum and minimum value. You will see the different fields over here where you can put, and plus you want to display any tooltip or something, that you can also drag it over here. The waterfall visualization is over here. You will see closely. So waterfall visualization is this one. You can select this one and drag and drop over here. We are gonna make it a bit larger. The waterfall visualization, also known as a bridge chart, shows a running total as values are added or subtracted, which is useful in displaying a series of positive and negative changes. The chart consists of a color-coded columns, so you can quickly identify increase and decreases. So over here I have year. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna put year in my category field, and then I'm gonna break it down by the country. So let's say by country, and then my values is gonna be the sales value. That's it. That's all you need to do. Now you can see it's starting from 2013 goes till 2014, and how the sales is varying between the different countries. In my visualizations pane, you will see this icon. This is my scatter chart. You can click over here. The scatter chart visualization is effective when you are comparing large numbers of data points without regard to time. The scatter chart has two value axes to show. One set for numerical data along a horizontal axis and another set for numerical values along a vertical axis. The chart displays point at the intersection of an x and y numerical value, combining these values into a single data point. These data points might be distributed evenly or unevenly across the horizontal axis depending on the data. You can set the number of data points up to maximum of 10,000. Scatter chart allows you to show a relationship between two numerical values. So that's the question which I even faced when I was appearing for the D100 exam, and they asked me which visualization would you use to show the relationship between two numerical values. So then your scatter chart would be your correct answer. Also, you can use it to plot two groups of numbers as one series of x and y coordinates. It's gonna show you the patterns in a large sets of data. For example, by showing linear or non-linear trends, clusters and outliners. Okay, then let's talk about maps. As I showed you earlier, you can create map visualization. This is my map visualization. You can just click on this. Either you should have a location like your state, town, etc. name, or you have latitude and longitude. Either of them you should have the information, and the question can come on this in your DA100 exam. So please be careful. I'm putting location, that is my country name over here, and what I want to visualize is I want to visualize my number of cogs. So I can just put in the size, and you will see the dots on the map, and these are my number of cogs. Once you will hover your mouse, so you can see there's a tooltip appearing. So this is showing in my Canada, these are my number of cogs. In my United States, this much. Bigger the size of this dot or circle, that means the larger is the number of that value that you are looking on this graph. Slices are very helpful. You can relate them like a filter, and I'm sure you are already working on PowerBI, so you know what is the difference between a slicer and a filter. Filter pane is this one where you put different filters. You can apply on any particular visual, or you can apply on page or on the whole report. If I click on this visual, then you will see there's a filter on this visual appear. So you can apply over here, like you just want to see for one particular country, you can go there, you can select like for Canada only, and it's just gonna show you for Canada. So that's how you can do that, or you can remove all the filters from here like I just did. Then you have filter on this page. If you want to apply, then you can drag any of your field over here For example, you are gonna drag your country field for this page, or I'm removing from here, I can drag on this all the pages, that means on report level. So there are three kinds of filters. Always remember that in your exam that question can come, how many kinds of filters are available in Power BI. Now we will talk about the slicer. So there is a visualization over here, slicers. So you can create your slices over here so that your end user or the report consumer can slice and dice the data. For this, again, the operation is very simple. You need to drag and drop the field in the field pane, and we are gonna do for country. So you will see as you will drop, there's a list is coming, but you can change it to your drop down as well if you want to, and you can do that. Now let me show you a couple of formatting options too over here. So let's keep it drop down, and in the drop down you can just resize it the way you want. So you can resize it the way you want, and you can place it wherever you want. You will come over there. So always notice that under these visualizations there are three different options. The very first is the fields, where you have to drag and drop your fields. Second one is the format tab, where you have to format, means you want to increase the size, decrease the size, you want to select the border, title, etc. And third one is advanced analytics tab, where we want to forecast anything, then we use this advanced analytics tab, where you have different options like percentile, etc., which are for different graphs or visualizations. Now we are going to talk about the formatting. So in the selection control, you can choose whether you want to make it single select, like over here, this is now single select, or you want to keep it multi select, and with the select all option you can select it, multi select with control all, you can switch it off, then you can multi select the way you want, or you can just select all. There are other options as well. You will go on the formatting pane. The very first is the title. Currently it's off, but if you want to switch on, you can, and these are gonna work for every other visualization, so I'm not gonna go separately for others. You can use it. You can either give it a text, or if you have a measure, then you can also use it over here. In any cases, either you can make it a fixed, like you can say, okay, this is my country one, country slicer. Now you have noticed over here there are two titles are appearing. One is country slicer, which is my title, which I just wrote it down. Second is the country. This is the header, so you can turn it off from here. Just turn it off, and your header is not there. If you don't want to use title, you can turn it off, and you can turn it on header. Either of the way you feel good. The last one is the Q&A visuals. So Q&A visual is the AI based visual. You can ask any question from that, and it's gonna return you the answers for the same. It's based on the NLP, which is natural language processing. So let me show you. Over here you will see this is my Q&A visual. You will click on this. This is my Q&A visual, and I want to ask my total sales, and it should return me the answer. So you can see total sales. He is asking you gross sales, total sale prices, or total sales. I just say total sales, and this is my total sales. If you want to verify your result, you can verify it. Just right click here, bring over those sales here, change it into a card, and you will see exactly same. So that's how you can use your Q&A visuals. The next question comes that how we can import the custom visuals in Power BI report. Over here you are seeing these three dots, which is saying get more visuals. You will click over here. Now you have multiple options over here. If you have already a visuals, you have coded your own visuals, which you can do. So you can get it from file, or somebody has downloaded any visuals, and then you can also use it from file. You can remove, if you have added some visuals, you can remove them, or you can restore your default visuals. But over here we are more interested in get more visuals. So you will click on that. Before that, you have to sign in into your Power BI account to get that. So once you will sign in, a new window is gonna pop up, which is gonna say Power BI visuals. In this one you will see it's an app source. That means where you have Power BI visuals which are being created by the different developers across the world. where you will see all editor picks. Then you can even choose the category. There are the different other categories as well, which kind of visuals you want, or you want Power BI certified. So always go for the Power BI certified visuals because they are good by performance. And over here, for example, I select my visual, which is my word cloud. You just need to click on add, and after certain times it's gonna say import custom visual. This has been successfully imported into this report, and this is over here. Now you just need to click on it as other visuals. You can just increase or decrease its size. I request you to explore all the options, even your background on, off. So for example, in this one I have background on, which is white, but I can change my background to any other color. So now you will see the background has been changed. Also in the background option, you have options to show and hide the transparency. You can do that if you are new to Power BI. If you are not, then you already know. Then you have border option, plus in the border you can slightly turn around these corners too, like you can make these circular corners over here. So that is another formatting option. Then you can have this visual header on and off, up to you, and under the visual header there are options. Plus this is very unique feature, and it's like you are working on PowerPoint. You can make these shadow areas that looks better like a tile. It's coming out. There are certain other options as well for every visualization, so I'll request you again to go and check these visuals. Lastly, we are just going to discuss about two main visuals, which are Python and R visual. So you will see this is Python visual, this is R. Whenever you have installed R language or Python language setup into your system, you have to go under your options and settings. For that you have to click on file, then go options and settings, and under options you will find over here Python script and R script. This one is my R script. It's been not installed, so that's why it's not showing anything over here, but there you will find some instructions how to install R, and similarly for the Python, how to install Python. Once the setup are done, what you have to do, you have to just click on this visualization. It's gonna say okay, enable. Good. Now what you have to do, you have to just drag and drop values over here. Once you will do, it's gonna create a data set for this particular table from where you are getting it, and then you can paste your script over here. Based on that script, it would create some visualizations for you. Otherwise you can import again from the library Python or R visualization, and then you can also start using those. Stay tuned for more videos, and don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the bell icon for more updates.